Los Angeles. It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Really? Really?
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning in to the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No. I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. Appreciate you being with us. You know, we've had many conversations on the air over the years about the often repeated lie, and it is a lie, that men are unfairly paid more money for women than women. Over the years, we've heard 50 cents on the dollar, 59 cents on the dollar, 72 cents on the dollar. We keep hearing that women are underpaid, that men are unfairly paid more. But for Money Magazine, I've got an article that, by the way, ladies, ask your boyfriend or your husband to read their copy of Money to you and explain if you have any questions. Because, you know, it's hard to get the little ladies to pick up any magazines about money, such as Money or Smart Money or Business Week or newspapers like the Wall Street Journal or Barron's. Ladies, just have your men read you the articles. Women do not like reading articles about how to make, save, or invest money. They only like reading articles on how to spend it. When your girlfriend watches the Golden Globe Awards, she's not just watching to see Brad Pitt. She's also watching to see what expensive clothing women are wearing so they can try to buy the same stuff, have you pay for it. Just remember that. That is truly must-see TV for women. Award shows where they can find out what handbags to buy in the coming year. But here's an article from Money Magazine. I think this is going to explain a lot. You know, I do like having statistical references and sources for what I have to say. And I think you will see here some of the proof for why men make more money than women. This article is called America's Most Dangerous Jobs. On December 3rd, 2002, a section of a felled tree struck and killed an 18-year-old logger. He was one of the last of 104 lumbermen to die in 2002, when timber cutters led the nation with the highest on-the-job mortality rate of any vocation. The mortality rate among lumbermen, 118 timber cutters per 100,000 workers, heads the list of the top 10 most dangerous jobs in America, 2002, put out by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. It was more than 26 times that of the average U.S. worker. The fishing industry, if you can believe this, ran second with 71 fatalities per 100,000 workers, with drowning the most common cause of death. The crab fishery in Alaska is particularly perilous, according to University of Alaska economist Gunnar Knapp. The environment in which the crabbing is done in the Bering Sea in winter has to be some of the worst conditions on Earth. You're hundreds of miles from port in stormy seas with ice forming all over, sometimes so thick it capsizes the boat. Fishermen also sustain injuries from working with heavy gear and mighty machinery. Alaskan crabbers use huge cages as traps. Imagine, says Knapp, steel lobster pots, only 10 times the size, hundreds of pounds apiece. No wonder the Alaskan shellfish industry averages 400 fatalities per 100,000 workers during the 1990s. Furthermore, the crab crews were in a mad dash to fill their holes. The season lasts only 3 or 4 weeks, says Knapp. They fish as hard as they can before the season ends, often working 40 out of every 50 hours. It's an intense, fundamentally dangerous environment with a lot of money at stake. When the crabbing is good, a crewman can earn upwards of $1,000 a day. Many timber fellers earn upwards of $60,000 working a 9 or 10-month year. Another often owner-operated job, commercial pilot, comes in third on the list of the country's most dangerous jobs with 70 fatalities per 100,000 workers. Most pilot fatalities come from general aviation. Bush pilots, air taxi pilots, and crop dusters die at a far higher rate than airline pilots. Again, Alaskan workers skew the profession's data. Recent National Institute for Occupational Health and Safety stats indicate they have a fatality rate 4 times higher than those in the lower 48. Alaskan pilots have a 1 in 8 chance of dying during a 30-year career, says George Conway of the National Institute for Occupational Health and Safety. That's huge. Conway reports that the most common scenario in fatal plane crashes in Alaska is controlled flight into terrain. A pilot starts out in good weather, then runs into clouds, loses visibility, and flies into a mountainside. Even though pilots flying small planes have a much higher fatality rate than pilots flying big airline jets, they're not financially compensated for the added danger. Non-jet pilots average about $52,000 a year in pay, while jetliner pilots make about $92,000. Other highly dangerous jobs, including construction trades, pay high wages. Fourth on the fatality list, structural metal workers. The steel workers who build our skyscrapers and bridges died at the rate of 58 per 100,000 in 2002 and earned an average of about $20 an hour. Sixth were roofers, 37 per 100,000 and $16 per hour. And seventh were electrical power installers, 32 per 100,000 and $21 an hour. Construction laborers suffered 28 fatal injuries per 100,000 last year. They were ninth, paid about $13.36 an hour. And the top 10 surprise, the fifth place finisher, driver sales workers, which, according to a BLS spokesperson, includes pizza delivery men, vending machine fillers, and the like. These workers are often self-employed. Traffic accidents contribute heavily to their high fatality rate of 38 per 100,000, but they also suffered from crime. Nearly a quarter of their deaths came from robberies and assaults. Farm workers come in eighth on the BLS list, with 28 fatalities per 100,000. The Department of Agriculture farmhands, according to the Department of Agriculture, farmhands earned around $8.50 an hour in 2002. In terms of sheer numbers, more truck drivers, 808, died on the job than any other vocation in the top 10. But because there are so many truckers, their fatality rate is only 25 per 100,000, giving them 10th place on the list. Truckers die mostly in traffic accidents at 6 times the average rate, for less than a quarter the rate of timber cutters. Like the crabbers, truckers are often under intense time pressure. The faster they move their goods around the country, the more money they make. The often self-employed truckers face cutthroat competition and battle big overheads paying off expensive rigs. Exhausted truckers sometimes push themselves past their breaking point to squeeze extra dollars out of their work week, becoming a danger to others and, as the numbers suggest, to themselves. So let us review, and now I will tie this all together and tell you why we started in this direction in the first place. Here are the top 10 most dangerous jobs. Now, as I read to you the top 10 most dangerous jobs, as you recall from a story from Money Magazine that I just read you, most of these jobs pay well. Okay? They pay well. Better than average. As I read you these jobs, you tell me how many women you see doing them. Ready? Truck drivers, construction laborers, farm occupations, electrical power installers, roofers, driver sales workers, as in vending machine suppliers and pizza delivery persons, structural metal workers, pilots and navigators, fishermen, and timber cutters. How many of these jobs do you see women doing? Do you think it's because of discrimination or because women don't want to do dangerous jobs? Women don't want to be out in the cold weather. How many of these jobs was there a preponderance of fatalities in Alaska? Gary and I spent 2 months in Alaska last year, actually 2 years ago now. And we saw how few women are even in the state of Alaska, much less working at jobs in the state of Alaska. And what I'm trying to tell you here is the main reason men make more money than women is, first of all, because men work every day for their entire lives. They don't get time off. They can't take sabbaticals. They can't work flex time. They have to come in every goddamn day. And secondly, I think very importantly, men do the more dangerous jobs. More dangerous jobs pay better. So would you agree with me that women should simply shut up about being paid less than men? Shut up.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
You there?
No, I left the room.
You left the room. Hey, where are you?
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Maria on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Maria.
How are you?
Do you care?
Hey, listen, I can only talk to you for a little while because my husband will be home about 9 o'clock, and when he's home, my schedule is his schedule.
Good.
So we're going to make this quick.
Excellent.
Women have set themselves up to fail. I will say this again. Women have set themselves up to fail. I am a fitness instructor in a local gym in the area. And the young man that I'm married to now, when I first met him, he was married to a woman who was like that crazy six-figure person that calls. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I work 2.5 hours in the day and 2.5 hours in the evening. I teach aerobics classes. And I have a schedule that way. I'm lucky to have a schedule that way so that I can prepare breakfast, get my son out, get my husband out, and be home before he's home. In other words, when he comes home, he does not know. It doesn't look like I have not been there. In terms of this thing about women and their careers, again, it's a setup to fail. If women will simply be quiet and listen, they will get husbands. Secondly, you still there with me, Tom?
Yes, of course.
Okay, secondly, if women do that, husbands will then discover their true talents, and most husbands will be running their own businesses, so women don't need to be doing all this other crazy, manly-like things. Mm-hmm. I'm with you 150%. This guy that I married is a sweetheart. His wife was she had one of the top security jobs for the city. And she just totally blew it. She totally blew it. He and I became friends. He made it very, very simple in terms of what he was looking for in a friend. And I knew that I could be that person. And in being that person, I knew I could be his wife. I knew I could be his best friend. I knew I could be the woman that would give him the best BJ he's ever had.
Good for you.
And you know what? His birthday is coming up, so I've been taking some lessons from a stripper to learn how to do the strip thing. But I think for his birthday, what I've always wanted to do, because like when we get porno films and we look at them together, he really likes like the 2 women with one guy. So I think that might be his birthday gift this summer. I really think I'm looking forward to it, and I know he's going to have a dynamite time. But you are right. You know what? And I when I work out, when I finish teaching at night, a lot of times I catch your show in the 5 minutes that it takes me to get home because I'm going to work close to where I live. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I sort of hear your conversations with the public for a brief time, but I'm off tonight. However, I can give you about another few minutes because I need to get ready. He's going to be coming home soon. But I will say this. Every time I try to have this discussion with women, the first thing they say is, you're putting us all back 25, 30 years. We need to be back 25, 35, 40 years.
That's right.
Yes. If women did that, women will have husbands. They will keep husbands if they learn. Hey, there are videotapes out there that will teach women how to do BJs. Men love them. They are healthy for them. They are healthy for us.
Yes.
I love you, Tom.
Oh, Maria.
I love you.
We love you. Dean wants to know if you have a sister.
I do. You know something? My sister learned this the hard way. She's 10 years older than me. She learned this the hard way, so she was able to break the cycle once I started sort of looking at understanding my role, and that was the key. Once I understood my role, my world opened up. And here, this guy's about 12 years older than me. I have everything I could possibly even imagine. And just in terms of, hey, there's a great show on ESPN that you are missing. They are doing like they are doing a great show on the history of Green Bay. Just amazing. I've always been sort of a tomboy. But you know what? I think that was my advantage because I've always had more men friends than I had women friends.
And you know what men want.
I'm sorry?
And you know what men want.
Yes. And actually my men friends through college and that I just have in my own personal life prepared me. They told me instead of, buying all the fancy clothes and looking at that freaking show about who's winning this award and what they have, look at it ESPN. Hey, what's wrong with learning about sports and participating in sports and being, let me tell you, ladies, if you're listening, the most attractive thing, or one of the most attractive things to men is athletic women. So, go for that. Go for that. It will raise your testosterone level. You could have sex every night.
We like the sex every night idea, I'll tell you that. Maria, thank you. It's Fernando on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
Okay, Fernando.
I talk about the topic.
Yes.
I'm 24 years old. I'm an electrical line worker, meaning that I work on power lines and I work on the big poles up in the air. There's very, very little women willing to do our kind of work because just physically, it's very dangerous. Like fatality rate, it's up there. To technology and we come a long way and it's become more safer, but every day we face death.
And look, you're lucky to be working in Los Angeles. Imagine somebody who does your job in, Minneapolis.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the further you go back east, we call them rats because they're non-union. They don't protect themselves. The work habits are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I make plenty of money. I'm 24 years old. Last year, I made $100,000, and I'm only 24 years old. I still got to go through my apprenticeship. I still got a little while ago. By the time I'm out, I could make $200,000 a year, and I'll be 25 years old, Tom. And I've been following your advice, and I meet lots of women, and I get a lot of women.
I love that.
Oh yes, and I wish I could find a woman just like the last caller.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man.
That's right. Bringing home a second woman for your birthday.
Hey, my birthday's in October. Could get a hold of you. Bring my fat wallet. Hey, you do me a favor, I'll do you a favor.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, Tom. Well, thanks for everything. Thanks for the knowledge. Thanks for the one-on-one. Just take me out old school way.
Here you go, Fernando. All right, it's 1-800-5800-TOM. I'm getting my own phone number. 1-800-5800-866. Why do women make less money than men? It's because women don't do jobs that are as dangerous as men. And they don't work every day for their entire lives.
The Tom Leykis Show. Leykis. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
Yeah, it is. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. It's Bobby on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, how's it going, brother?
Bobby, baby. Doing okay.
Just got off the iron, brother. Doing a big job in UCLA right now. Up about 6 stories, right across the street from little Staples. I get to see the little honeys coming out of the parking lot.
Did you ever ask one to come up and sit on your face?
Are you kidding, Tom? There's nothing that gets a cookie more moist than an iron worker 60, 100 feet up in the air dangling for his life, and it happens to me every single day. I make good money. It ain't the $20 an hour deal either, brother. Here in the union, we make like 44's worth of what the total package is worth.
How many women up there with you, up on the girders there?
There ain't no women with me up there on the girders, Tom. Nothing but men. Nothing but stinky, sweaty, dirty men who work and work hard all day long.
Right, because you would never see a woman working that hard.
Never, ever. My woman works that hard, but she works that hard every night. In fact, right now...
You mean slobbing the knob?
You bet. I'm on the freeway headed home right now, and right now she's cooking dinner, trying to make everything ready for me like she does every single night.
Perfect.
Why? Because I make 6 figures a year. I make over $100,000 a year. I work hard every single day, and when I come home, my dinner's on the table, my house is cleaned, my bills are paid, and she's ready for me every night.
Done.
As a matter of fact, Christmas time came, and I got tickets to the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championships, for me and my buddies. That's what my wife gets me for Christmas.
I love that.
And this is my 3rd wife. I'm on my 3rd trophy wife, Tom. I'm 30, she's 20. Why? Because I make money, and as soon as I get any kind of crap, I kick them down the road, brother, because what time it is, this is a man's world, and what we do is we work hard and we make money, and what their job is to do is to take care of me.
Right.
And when they quit wanting to take care of me, that's when they go down the road. And I told this one from the beginning, I didn't even want a relationship. I was following 101 from the gate.
Love it.
I don't want a relationship. I'm out having a good time. I said, but if you want to have a good time, and I give you a call and you're available, we'll go have a good time. That's how we met. Only this girl would come to my house, take care of me, cook my meals, and clean my house. I had no choice. She showed me what it used to be like 30, 40 years ago, and how women should be every single day to every single man on this earth.
Wow.
I could call right now, and she's at home wondering when I'm going to get home, making sure dinner's ready on time. For me, when I get home, the plate lands in front of me, Tom. I eat my food, the plate is cleared for me. The channel's on whatever channel I want. Usually it's sports. Tonight it'll be the Lakers, I believe, or tomorrow night.
Love
Probably
that.
tonight.
Love that.
But that's how it should be, Tom, and it took me a long time to figure that out, and our young men out there in class need to realize what time it is. You need to go out, you need to do what you can do and do nothing but progress yourself, and you never, ever, ever stand down. The women love that. My wife loves the fact that I am the man and she is the woman. It's my house, it's my everything, and she is there with me only because of me and what I do. Otherwise, she would not have a chance.
You are getting a standing O in the control room here, I would tell you right now.
That's how it is every single day, brother, and that ain't no lie.
I am proud.
This weekend, I'm headed to, thanks to my wife, I opened up my card on Christmas, got tickets to the Ultimate Fighting Championships for me and 2 of my buddies. Not her. It's not about her. It's about what she can do to please me. And that's how our relationship gets along so well. In turn, Tom, she drives a brand new car. She lives in a beautiful house. And she is well taken care of. She gets to go shop. She gets to do the things that girls should do, which is primping and pampering and being ready for me when I get home because I need food and sex.
Right. It's very simple. If only women would figure it out.
Oh, she figured it out. She showed me what it was. I'd already been through 2 marriages where after a while they start thinking they can run things and things need to be equal. Well, there is no equal. There is no equal.
If things were equal, there'd be women up on the girder with you.
Exactly. Connecting iron at 100 feet in the air, risking their lives every single day.
Right.
That's not what's happening. They should be home, like my wife is, cooking dinner, getting ready to give me fellatio as soon as my plate's cleared.
Exactly. First you clean your plate, and then she's going to clean yours.
You want it?
Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Kylie on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Kylie.
How are you?
Pretty good.
I am actually just a recent beginning listener. I started listening to you about 6 months ago.
Yes.
And I just do not understand you at all.
You don't?
No.
Why not?
Because, this dude that just called, He's ridiculous. Like, his girlfriend, he's like, my wife's 20 years old. Well, duh, she has no brain. She's sitting at home cooking for him.
He was not getting with somebody so she could play Jeopardy with him.
Okay, Jeopardy, but the thing is, like, do you guys ever want to, like, have a conversation with someone, or do you want to be with someone that can talk to other people and that has, like, goals in her life and that wants to, like, do...
What do I care if a woman has goals in her life? Why would I care about that? What's in it for me?
It's like, you don't even care if they're a good person or, like...
Oh, sure I care if they're a good person, but do I care you've got goals or you're planning on being a PhD by 30? What do I care?
Seriously, like, this girl that's, 20 years old, it's really sad, because, like...
What's sad? She's happy, he's happy.
No, but when...
You're the only one who's sad.
No, I'm not sad. When she turns 40, though, like, she's going to have a breakdown.
She's going to have a breakdown?
Yeah, and she's going to,
well, he'll have moved on to the next victim by then. What does he care?
Oh, that is ridiculous.
Why?
Because, like... He's going to be 10 years older than her anyway. He's not going to be getting any hot girls.
Oh, if he continues to make six figures, he'll always get hot girls. That's how it works.
No, that is not how
Dear, believe me. Trust me.
Sweetie,
that is how it works.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, well, so in other words, you've never been to, like, Beverly Hills and seen the guys in their 50s and 60s with the 25-year-olds. You haven't seen that.
Yeah, I used to get hit on them all the time.
No, I'm talking about with them. Not getting hit on by them, with them.
Girls that have, like, a little class, they don't care about that.
Well, again, there are plenty of guys with money, as they get to be in their 30s, 40s, 50s. They continue to be with 18-year-olds, 20-year-olds, 22-year-olds, because they can.
They're not, like, they don't have the whole package, these girls. They have, like...
They're not looking for the whole package. We're looking for 2 breasts and a vagina. Preferably in very good shape.
You are so bad. Like, I just do not understand.
I'm just telling you the truth.
It's not the truth. Okay.
Yes, it is the truth, dear. You better come to grips with the truth. That is the truth.
You always say, like, I want to really make a bet with you because you always talk about how there's no guys that, like, are nice and that really care about their girlfriends and all this.
No, it's not really what I said, dear. You're misquoting and trying to paraphrase what I said.
I'm not quoting. I'm just.
Well, I never said that.
In different words.
That's not what I said. Well, different words, then you're not quoting me, you're quoting yourself. I never said that.
Quoting. I just said I wasn't quoting, but this is the thing, like, I've been with this guy for 3 years, and you said before that a long-distance relationship will never work. Well,
I say that usually the only way they work is if at least one of the people is effing somebody else. And if it isn't you, it's probably him.
But it wasn't
right there.
It wasn't me. It was neither of us.
How do you know what he was doing?
Because I know him.
No, you don't.
That's what you think, but why do you
think
everyone's the same as you? Like, why do you think every single guy is like you?
You don't know what he's doing. And most men are not going, especially young men, are going to live without sex for such long periods of time. Most men won't do it.
Well, I want to have him call you and, like...
Oh, you can have him call me, but what do you think he's going to say in front of you?
No, but...
The way to find out the truth is to take him to a bachelor party and have the usual complement of strippers and hookers there, and then let's see how much in love he is with you.
I just want you to admit one thing.
Then we find out how much in love he is.
No, I just want you to admit that you might be wrong.
Oh, I've always said there are exceptions to every rule, but dear, you're living in a dream world if you think you are likely to have a man who goes days, weeks, months without sex. It just doesn't happen.
But you know why I think that? Because I'm a smart girl.
There aren't enough hand towels in the state of California.
I have a good job. I'm pretty. I'm nice.
So, you're far away.
And I know that he...
You are far away, and he has needs. Let's say you were the best cook in the world, okay? It's just for giggles. I'm sure you're not a cook at all. But let's say you are the best chef in America, okay? And you used to cook dinner for me every night, and it was the best. All the best food, the best salads, the best pasta dishes, night after night, dazzling me with all that spectacular cuisine.
Right.
And now one day I move away to another state because I've got a job or I've got to go to school or something. Now I'm in North Dakota.
Okay.
And I can't get your delicious cooking anymore. Am I going to go without eating food? No. I'm going to eat. I am going to eat. No, it is a perfect analogy because men need to get laid as much as we need food.
Your analogy sucks.
Dear, ejaculation for a man is like urination. When you gotta go, you gotta go. When you can't go at the Four Seasons men's room or at the Plaza Hotel, you go to the back of the Chevron station. That's where you go.
Do they need a girl to do it, though?
What?
Do they need a girl to do it for them?
Generally, yes.
But, no, that's like your opinion.
No, dear, it's my opinion based on decades of knowing men.
If you had a girl like me, you could wait.
I know. Well, that's your ego talking there, dear. I know. But I'm telling you that, generally speaking, men don't wait. And by the way, there's a lot of women in these long-distance relationships who don't wait either.
Oh, I know that.
Especially, you do, but you assume that your man is different.
Yeah, I know we're both different.
You don't know that.
I do, Tom.
No, you assume it.
No, I'm not assuming.
Yeah, you are.
I know for a fact, like, you found the one exception to the rule. If you
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Why would... Okay, Tom, you know what? I know I'm right. Your listeners probably know I'm right. They're just...
I'll tell you what. Let's put one on and see. Brian, what do you want to say to Kylie here?
Kylie's way off base because I'm a man. I'm a roofer. I work hard for a living. And when I get home, I don't want to wonder where my woman is way off, however far away you are. I know where she's at. She's at home waiting for me and doing what I need her to do.
Okay, this is the thing. I talked to my boyfriend when I was away from him. I talked to him every single night.
Thinking to do it.
I talked to him every single night before he went to bed.
Good night, honey. I'm going to sleep now. Yeah, that's the oldest trick of the book, dear.
What's that doing for him?
He's a doctor, and he works in the morning, and he doesn't, you know.
Oh, he's a doctor? And why is he's a doctor? Why aren't you living in the same state with him?
I am now.
Well, in the same city with him?
I am now. I lived in the Midwest, and he lives in L.A., and I moved out.
You need to grow up and get a clue.
He was a doctor, and he was in Los Angeles. A doctor, and he was going without sex, waiting for you to arrive. Brian, do you believe that?
No, I don't believe that because he'd have the money to make her arrive if she was all that in a bag of chips.
Well, he's better than you, Brian. That's why.
Oh, I'm sure he is. By what you say, he is. But you know what? I'm getting it every night. He apparently ain't.
He is now.
That makes me better.
He is now that I'm here.
Well, that has nothing to do with you thinking long-distance relationships are going to work.
He's been having it regularly since before you got here, believe me.
Yeah, my idea of a long-distance relationship is the 30 miles I drive to work.
Can I have him call you, Tom? Can I have him call you later?
You can have him call me anytime you like, but I'm telling you right now, he's never going to tell the truth with you listening. And the fact is, he was getting laid before he ever met you. And then when he met you on the Internet or wherever he met you, I'm assuming it's the Internet.
No. It's not the Internet. I lived out here before.
Okay, well, he was dating other chicks. And if you were not living here, he didn't just tell those other chicks, well, I can't possibly have sex with you anymore because there's a woman in the Midwest who I rarely see, who I'm going to be loyal to. Men don't think that way. Yeah, right.
He was on call 3 nights a week.
Bet he was.
He was working his ass off. He played rugby for the U.S.
Yes.
So he was always busy, and he didn't...
yeah, always too busy to have sex. Hey, Brian, I want to get one more call in really quickly. Mercedes, what do you want to say to Kylie here?
You know what, Kylie? I would love to say you were right because I've listened to Tom as well just recently. But I don't know what kind of world you're in. But that saying that, first you said that young women with older men don't have class. Well, I'm a woman that's very young, and I'm with an older man that's 17 years older than me. And, of course, I want my sex life to be good. I'm very classy. I love my sex life. And you know what? If you can't give that, then you just move on.
What are you talking about, sex life? My man has sex every night.
No, well, right now, when you were saying earlier that young women do not have class, that are with older men, and all these things, I feel that I have a lot of class. I love the sex. I loved everything. And you know what? Men are like that.
Well, I'm not like Tom. I don't say every single thing.
I don't really think he's right in a lot of the things. But you know what? Hey, change the station if you don't like what he's saying.
Yeah, change the station if you don't like what I say.
Tom, oh yeah, Leykis. Tom, man, Leykis.
She's giving you an ultimatum. Do you know what I say about women who give you ultimatums?
Yeah?
Dump that bitch.
That's it. Yeah.
Right.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Cavey, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hi, real quick.
I just wanted to say that girl was so dumb, dude. Because every guy needs it, you know?
That's right. Yeah, she actually thought her boyfriend, the doctor, would be walking around L.A. with a medical degree and not getting laid every single night. That is a woman